Julie Goodwin is a 38-year-old mother of 3. How will she fare with some good old-fashioned home cooking?
I'm doing a roast lamb rump with garlic mash and a red wine sauce.
Julie, are you a woman under pressure?
Yes.
You've still got a smile. What kind of cook are you?
Big comfort foodie type things. I put my heart into it because I'm cooking for my kids usually, my friends, my family, cooking for the people I love, so I cook with love. I actually came here instead of taking my oldest son to his first day of high school, so now I've got to make it worthwhile. Got to make it worthwhile.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Deep breath.
They have a knife in there, don't they?
I think you're ready. You are ready, OK?
Yep, I'm ready, I'm ready.
Everyone's behind you. Off you go.
Hello.
Hi, Julie. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm really, really excited to the point of terror.
Right. Gonna unload your stuff and start cooking?
Yep, I'm going to carve and plate for you and just reheat my sauce.
So, why MasterChef?
I'd like to be good fast food, that people can come in, take home a beautifully cooked, fresh food, family meal, put it on their table, and it's home-cooked food. It just wasn't cooked in the home it's served in.
Lamb and mash. That's just a little bit undercooked, I think. But the lamb's nice. It could do with a bit more seasoning for me, a bit more salt.
This is excruciating.
Come here. Give me a hug, because that is fantastic.
Oh, my God.
Lovely. Really good. I've been looking for someone to do that sort of dish the whole time. Real home cooking that tastes of food and flavour. So really well done.
Thank you so much.
Well, the verdict.
Well, look, I'll go first, because really... I think you know what I'm going to say. That's
I know what you're going to say.
That's a monster yes from me. I love it. Really good. Really good.
I think I'm going to love you, and I want you to be in Sydney.
Really?
Yeah.
Then it's a yes for me. You're going through to Sydney. To the semi-finals. Well done. 1 of 50.
Thank you so much.
And who thought on the back of lamb and mash?
Excellent.
You've made my day.
It's not us, it's you.
Oh,
just remember that.
G'day, guys. It's good to be here.
MasterChef Kitchen.
Mate, you look oddly familiar for some bizarre reason. Have we seen you on the telly before?
Bit of golf in the past.
Who did you play against and who have you beaten?
I played with Tiger a couple of times, which was fantastic. Beat him in '97, so he was only young. But at the same time, beat him. Not many guys can say that.
Sorry to interrupt. I mean, do you need this?
Do I need this?
Yeah, do you need this? I mean, did you earn enough money through your pro career to put you into retirement?
Oh, not at all. No, that's why I've opened a cafe. You know, I won the Greg Norman in 2000, which was my biggest win. And it was financially very good for me. I walked away a month later and said, look, down the track, I'll own a restaurant and I'll start with a cafe and then I'll go to a restaurant. I mean, this is part of my dream. This is part of my journey. This is what I want. Now, I've still got things to achieve. Yeah,
all right.
Absolutely.
One thing that strikes me is obviously golf is a very methodical and it's a slow game. Cooking is a fast game.
Let's shake it along.
OK. What are you actually cooking? Can you tell us what you're cooking?
Chili mud crab.
Yep.
Some people call it Singapore chili mud crab.
Hope it's good. Love Singapore chili mud crab. It's one of my favourites.
It's probably one of my favourite things to cook.
Well, if you're cooking it, I tell you better get a move on.
OK, sorry.
You're going to run out of time and we'll be kicking you out of here.
OK, rightio.
So you got ginger, chili...
Ginger, chili.
So you're making yourself up a paste in the pestle and mortar? That wok getting nice and hot?
Yes, hopefully.
Mate, I tell you, I'm going to be kicking you out of here and you're not going to be cooking anything.
Sorry.
What's that you put in just then?
This is a tomato-based sauce. It's got palm sugar, limes, black bean sauce, a little bit of tomato sauce.
The tomato sauce you put on pies type tomato sauce, yeah?
Look, I've tried to cook it without it. I've tried to duplicate it, and to be honest, it doesn't taste as good. So
it's an essential part of a true Singapore chili crab is a splash of
it is?
Of sauce.
Okay, well, that's good.
Gotta have it.
And there you go, guys. My Singapore chili mud crab.
This is, let's be honest, this is how you do it.
Main thing is, do you like it?
Good. That's what it's about.
Oh, good. It's a bonus.
It's going to be interesting with George.
It's going to be very interesting.
Because George is not a chili man, are you, George?
No, at least my shirt, it blends in.
That's good. That's an enjoyment sound.
You know, it's tricky because, you know, you picked a dish that Gary and I really love and that we've tried lots of versions of it.
I like you're really humble, you know, even though you've achieved some fantastic things, you've been on the world stage. And I think that's an amazing quality in a human. And for me, it's a yes.
Oh, thank you very much.
But I sat in Darwin and had that same dish 2 months ago and paid $65 for it, and your version kicked the arse of that expensive restaurant. So I'm going to say very solidly, you're a yes to me, yeah?
Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
High praise indeed. I've eaten some really nice chili crab. I just want to eat. I'd eat the whole lot, mate. I would eat the whole lot. So based on the dish, regardless of anything else, it's a massive yes. So well done. From professional golfer to amateur MasterChef, really, isn't it?
Congratulations. Oh, thank you.
I'm tired, nervous, and suddenly all after nothing. It's just suddenly all happening.
23-year-old Julia Jenkins has a lot riding on MasterChef.
Basically, I just quit my job. I really wanted to just move into the food industry. I made a very big and a very scary step.
Yeah, I am a little nervous for her. Yeah. I hope she goes well. Yeah. She's very passionate about food, so...
So, today I'm cooking a roasted tomato caponetti. That's a filled pasta. And I'm also making a dessert. And this is a baked ricotta pudding.
Good luck, darling.
And where did this recipe come from?
I just was inspired by the sort of the flavours of summer.
What's inside the zucchini flour?
It's a little bit of herb ricotta.
What would it mean for you to go next round?
It would just, it would be the world. I don't think I wanted anything as much as I've wanted this before. Like,
How do you feel if you don't get anywhere?
I'd feel pretty gutted. But
George, did you have a second mouthful?
I think he's gone for a third.
The problem I have is you talk the talk, but I've not seen any kind of mad dog feralness that kind of really great chefs need to have. I mean, is that inside you?
Oh, yeah. The hunger to learn more is just... it's there.
Ooh, it's a tough one.
I'm still not getting the drive. I don't really get a sense of what's there, like what's really in here.
I don't know, I find when I'm talking about food or I'm cooking food, I feel really elated. Like, one of the times in your life when you just feel really, really happy. You sort of, like, I tune out of everything else. It's how I calm down, it's how I amp up, it's how it's just everything.
Your parents supportive?
Very, yeah. My mum's here.
Can I meet you, Mum?
Yeah, sure. Go grab her.
Mum? What's your name, Mum?
Hi, Carol.
Carol.
Hi,
Yes,
Mum. How
hi.
are you?
Hi.
I wanted to meet you because I think it's a bit of a unanimous decision. And the decision is? You're going to Sydney.
Back in Sydney. The semi-finals and the top 50.
Thank you so much.
Well done. I know, come on, give me a hug.
Right. Gentlemen, how are you?
Andre, how are you, mate?
That's good. How's things?
Yeah, OK. Right, mate, press on then. Let's go. Chop, chop.
Now, the dish is... It's a polpetti, it's a meatball, it's Milanese. It's wrapped in a lettuce leaf. And on a bed of grilled polenta. What I did last night, I didn't know what I was going to do. I stuffed the truffle into the polenta. It only had 24 hours to infuse. I've never done it before.
Can I stop you? Can you just slow down? Is it going to spoil if it stays in that pan?
No, it's
not going to spoil?
Yeah, it's fine.
Just leave it alone, just for a second.
Yep.
Let's just have a conversation. Is this you? Are you a little nervous?
I'm absolutely wired right now.
Obviously, you're very passionate. Maybe you can just explain that a bit.
I want to become a complete cook or chef. I know the principles of cooking.
Yeah.
Where I've gone wrong here, I can tell you right now. I want to have a more refined palate.
You've redeemed yourself slightly. We've slowed you down. Pop it on a plate. So.
Great dish. Really, really good dish.
Thank you.
Thank God we've got a dish here in Adelaide that is good, yeah? Fantastic. Well done.
Yep. From a cooking point of view, it's an absolute definite yes for me. I want you to go to the next stage. I think you can go all the way. I think you could be the winner if you put your mind to it.
Yep.
So, Gents, great job. Looking forward to seeing you in Sydney.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Adelaide has recovered itself. We have had a good meal. Thank goodness.
Hallelujah!
So I'm going to give them something pretty challenging, really, because it's definitely acquired taste and texture.
So it's like a gnocchi, that's what I was thinking,
Yeah, it is,
like a small...
but it has a much springier texture. I can almost guarantee you none of the three of those judges would have tried this dish ever. Hello.
Oh, you're back.
I'm back. Here it is.
So we're going to go up?
Let's go up.
So these are the abacus beets. It's made out of fresh yam.
That is singularly the best dish we've had.
Yeah.
That's the sort of dish that I've really hoped that we'd find in this competition. So, what are you making?
I've made a potato gnocchi, and I'm actually serving with burnt butter and sage.
Gee, gnocchi, it's probably the bravest dish that you could bring in because it's such a hard dish to get right, yeah? This is potato gnocchi, yeah?
Yes, yes.
How did you cook the potatoes before making the gnocchi?
Well, in the microwave. I've just put it in for 5 minutes.
So who are your cooking heroes? Who are your culinary heroes?
You are.
So what? Why do you like George?
Why do I like George?
Why do you like George?
Is it my good looks?
No, well, yeah, apart from your good looks.
OK.
All right, we're going to taste.
All righty.
He gives you nothing. Nothing.
He didn't say anything.
He gives you nothing. That's pretty darn impressive, I've got to say.
Thank you. George.
You understand technique, and, you know, there's Michelin star restaurants around the world that use microwaves to cook in. For me, a little bit too much garlicky, it's just a personal thing. But anyway, you know, what do you do? That's life.
Look, it's an absolute yes for me. I think really good. Well done.
Thank you.
I think from both of us, sadly, we're going to have to say yes.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
George, dearie me here.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I feel slightly uncomfortable.
Sorry. I thought you were going to say no. Thank you so much.
So I hear you've had a long drive, is that right? Where are you from?
Definitely, Mission Beach.
Mission
Oh,
Beach.
wow.
What are you going to cook for us?
Strawberry and lime, sweet chili coral trout.
Strawberry lime.
Yep, sweet chili coral trout.
Let's go. You've got to convince me on this one.
Spear caught. Spear caught.
So you caught this yourself? You didn't buy it from Fishmonger?
Sure did.
So where did this recipe come from?
The back of my forehead, basically. Something simple. It's coral trout.
Yeah.
It sells itself.
Yeah.
Don't have to do much to coral trout.
So tell me about your family situation. You got kids, wife?
My wife and a son. And my wife wasn't given long to live, and she sort of. It's a bit hard for me to say. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Did she have a terminal illness? Did you say?
Well, according to modern day science, she did.
Yeah.
They did everything they could for her, and still.
What was it? Was it a
cancer, and I proposed to her, took her away, and we came back 3 months later. On our wedding day, she told me the doctor had rang her up the day before, said, "You've got the all clear, we can't find anything wrong."
Alrighty. You all right?
Yeah, I'm nervous. Depending on this how it goes, depends on how the rest of my life goes.
So you're saying, like, is this like the turning point to your life?
Definitely. I've been a labourer my whole life. I've worked for other people at things I don't love doing, and I love doing this. And if I happen to go to Sydney, then it's going to give me the confidence. Either way, I feel really good about myself.
Everyone deserves to feel good about themselves, you know? That's good. Okay.
Obviously, you've driven down from bloody, you know, Mission Beach. That's a big commitment, you know.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
What's interesting about the dish is you haven't boiled the rice up. The strawberries are a little bit weird, but I think you've actually got a bit of a palate. Obviously, your knife skills are good, which is another big plus. It's a yes from me.
Awesome.
You know, my head chef for the press club, he came to me, you know, 5.5 years ago, and he couldn't peel a tomato. But I gave him a chance. You know, 6 months ago, he was awarded Young Chef of the Year. I can teach you how to cook a piece of fish. If you're dedicated and you're going to be disciplined and, you know, head down, bum up, it's a yes from me.
OK. MasterChef's greatest long shot, Jared. You going
awesome.
to Sydney, mate.
Beautiful. Thank you guys so much.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well done. Let's hope you can pull the stops out, mate. Yeah.
Do it round and do it up in front of you. Looks pretty good on you.
Thanks, Jared. Looking forward to seeing you in Sydney.
You will. I'll be there.
He's either going to go one way or the other, and let's hope that this chance that we're giving him is going to work for him. Yeah. So we got the family. We've got the Litton family. Is it Litton
Brought my sister
family?
in, Melissa. AK Nonna.
Why AK Nonna?
Because I've been making pasta de nonna.
Right, OK then.
I've made tortellini with sage butter sauce.
So Zach, who's a better cook?
We're both very different styles of cooking. Mussel, I would say, is more intricate, more delicate. I'm more explosion, inventive, visionary. I'll get in the kitchen not knowing what I'm about to do and just go for it.
What do you love about her cooking?
Well, one thing I always love is just that plain, simple food.
Plain, simple food?
No, because it's delicate. It's plain and simple.
Plain, simple. There's
delicate.
nothing wrong with plain, simple,
And it just
Melissa.
brings that light subtlety through. So what she's done today is just that light, subtle flavour.
We've got 2 dishes, brother and sister. Explain to me what we've got here. We've got duck.
Yes, I've got a stuffed rolled duck with my gobble-gobble stuffing. With...
OK, and what do we got here?
Bug and sage tortellini.
You know, what I'm looking for in a good tortellini is the pasta nice and thin. It shouldn't be like a dim sim, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got to be nice and thin, nice and delicate.
What should we start with?
Start with the...
tortellini?
Tortellini, yeah.
I think it's not the best tortellini I've ever tasted. It's not. But it's pleasant.
You've rolled out the pasta really well, and it's a lovely technique to know. There's not many people that know how to make pasta dough, let alone roll it out. So well done. Pretty good job.
Your food is my sort of food. Absolutely 100%. It's a really beautiful, simple, clean dish.
Are you good enough to go through to the next level? That's the question.
Now, Zach, if we asked which one of you should go through, what would you say?
If there's only one position going and you're going between the two of us, I'd say to take her, let her rip. I'm good at what I do, and whatever I do, I'll fall well.
You're getting upset.
I actually never expected Zach to say that. Yeah, it's like I'm really touched.
The dish is definitely good enough to go through for me.
It's a yes from me.
From me, it's a yes.
So you're through. You're through to the next round. Zach, I'm sorry.
Give her a hug, mate.
Give her a hug. Go on, give me a touch.
You should do the honours. A combatant.
Number 1. Here we go.
And wish you luck.
Well done. Well done.
Fantastic.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Now, guys, what I have made for you today is I have made a penne in a zucchini flour and sort of lemon zest. I suppose it's almost like a dressing.
What do you do with yourself?
I'm a law student.
Why are you doing law and not cooking? Obviously, you love your food.
My mum always convinced me that, you know, go get your degree, then you can do whatever it is that makes you happy. So that's what I'm doing, and sort of practice my cooking in the meantime.
So you want to open up a restaurant? You want to be a chef? What is it that you want to do?
I would love to open a patisserie. I'd love to be a pastry chef.
So why aren't you giving us a dessert today?
I am giving you a dessert as well.
As well?
That's my hidden surprise, boy.
You need to moto. You need to moto. What have you got there?
We have one banana tart tartan.
Let's go.
All right,
let's taste
ready to go.
My pleasure.
I have to try this.
It's the first thing I've enjoyed all day. Well done.
That's great to hear.
First thing I've enjoyed all day.
It's a really nice, simple, clean dish.
You know what this thing is? It's an apron with the MasterChef logo on it. This is where it begins.
Oh,
so
thank you
congratulations.
so much. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank
and we
you
look
so
forward
much,
to seeing you in
guys. I'm
Sydney.
so pleased.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
Well done. It's a long, painful walk, isn't it?
Through here?
From the door, yeah.
Wasn't that bad.
Yeah, okay.
Brilliant.
Right, come on, smart ass.
Yeah.
Get all that stuff on the bench. So tell us, what are you cooking?
This is something I made myself. It's sort of inspired by chili mussels, but it's got shallots, leek, cherry tomatoes with a wine and stock broth sort of thing.
Have you cut your finger?
Yeah, but I'm right.
You taking the top off it?
No, just a chunk out of the side.
Just a chunk out of the side.
I'll be right. I can just put it in this and cook it.
No, hang on. Just relax. We'll fix
Nurse
it.
George.
You'll be able to move on. Calm down. Take a deep breath. Yeah. Relax. Hang on. No, I'm not finished yet.
Yeah.
George, is the rest of the finger in the parsley?
Hey?
I'll get rid of that parsley.
Yeah, there it is.
Let's have a look.
We've got the top of the finger.
Nice.
There it is. Let me chop it for you, because I don't want you to cut your finger off again.
Tell us about that soup you've got on. What's in it?
Julienne, some leek.
Yeah.
Brunoise, some shallots, and just quartered some cherry tomatoes, sautéed them, sweated them off. Then I added...
Only joking.
Let's hope it tastes as nice as you talk, yeah? Smells good. I like it. Some good thought. You're a young man, you know. Some good. I couldn't cook like that at your age. No way.
You know what? I'm glad you chopped your finger, because you're going to chop loads more. You're going to burn loads of hands. It's going to be intense, yeah?
Thank you.
You going to Sydney, mate, from me?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. It's a fait accompli, as they say. Yeah. Really, really good. We're very, very, very pleased to have you on board. Fantastic.
Tell us what you're doing.
Went down to my butcher and I said, well, have you got a nice lamb rack for me? So Max, my butcher, grabbed me out a nice lamb rack, and that's what I decided to do, a lamb cacciatore. I'm just going to season the lamb before I chuck it in the pan, just so that it's actually got a little bit of flavour to it.
Yeah, never going to cook in time.
I have actually made one earlier.
Thank goodness.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you what I did, and then I'm going to swap it out for the sauce.
So did we ask what the dream was? Are we going to open a restaurant, a cafe?
I want to be a celebrity chef. I want your bloke's job.
Oh. You did say that Submariners were a bit weird.
Well, we are a bit weird, but what do you do?
Let's pop this up. Nice bit of meat.
Thank you, sir.
Sauce is not bad. You know, it's a bit clumsy, but it's not bad. Not bad.
I think this is nice. If you just draw a line there, because that there's just, it's not good.
That's great. Thank you.
You know what, though? I want to find out, are you pulling out plonker? I mean, are you for real?
I would love to open a restaurant that serves good, wholesome, home-style food to the public. With me and my wife, side by side, you know, just serving the general public and feeding people. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
You're a yes for me.
Thank you.
And
oh, yeah, I'm a yes, for sure.
Nice one!
Hi, Aaron, quick as you can, please, and tell us what you're going to cook.
OK, I'm doing a seared Canadian sea scallop with sphericated pea.
So you're a bit of a fan of techno-emotional modern cuisine, are you?
At the end of the day, there's no new fish jumping out of the sea. We're not, there's no new herbs that people are growing. So, this is the way of redefining textures, putting new flavours together, and just being out there and courageous.
What you're basically doing there is you've taken a load of peas, which are round in the first place, and you've essentially made them into a puree, and then you're making them back into a pea, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a different texture to a pea. This is a burst of flavour. It's not a pea in its essence.
It is, and the people at home will be saying, I just don't get that.
Yeah, I really just wanted to try and be different.
Okay, let's taste it, and we'll see what it's like. To be honest, what I get there is little spheres of peas that don't taste as nice as peas.
The problem with this food is it's very, very, very easy for it to be wanky. The whole essence is not about doing something spectacular and foamy and wow. It's about taking something and highlighting the flavour of the central ingredient. Having said that, for a 21-year-old kid to cook that sort of food and to cook a dish like that at that level is fantastic.
From my point of view, you've presented an interesting dish. If you can temper a little bit of this need to show off this way and concentrate on some basics, then I think you'll do well. So from me, I'd like to see you in Sydney. It's a yes from me.
Thank you.
I'm really impressed about what you know. And I do want you to come to Sydney, but head down, bum up. So it's a yes from me.
This country has yet to really embrace this style of food, and that's a concern. But that's a yes from me.
Cheers, thank you.
So you're going to Sydney?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Look, you've impressed us enough to go, so well done.
Thanks.
1 of 50. What a chance,
yeah.
huh?
Well, I'm nearly in tears. I'm so happy.
It's OK, you can cry.
Yeah, it's like... speechless.
You all right?
Yeah.
Come on, do your apron up, and I'll give you a hand to pack down, yeah?
Shit.
Well done.
Hi, Sarah, welcome.
Hey.
Congratulations on making it this far.
Thank you so much. I'm out to prove that vegetarian food can taste good because I'm vegetarian.
So what did you do?
So what I
Go
did,
step by step.
roasted some beetroots up. I used kind of rolly rice rather than arborio because I find that it holds its shape a bit better.
Good decision.
I chose to use the goat's cheese and the walnuts, partly because I really like contrasting textures.
You've obviously spent some time thinking about flavours. Can you talk about your relationship with food?
Well, I actually had an eating disorder, anorexia, and it took a fair chunk of my life away from me. I know it's going to sound really weird, but my eating disorder has actually helped me become a better cook. When you go without something for a long time, you really, really love it when you get it back.
When you first discussed the dish, I was excited by it. I'm not actually really excited now because I hate moulded rice. It's nice. It's nice.
It's a classic combination. There's no two ways about it.
Everything's right for me. You know, the fundamental flavours are there.
What really impressed me is your understanding of texture, and it's a thing that so many chefs forget about.
You're in it for me.
Really?
You know, I think there's something there. You're a yes for me.
You want to do the honours?
Thank you so much.
There you go.
So we look forward to seeing you in Sydney.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Linda.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
What's the dish you've got on the...
Today I've got a rice pudding, a blueberry rice pudding with violet reduction.
But you're obviously very lucky. You can travel. You know. I'm not really sure what you want to get out of this. What's a great achievement of yours?
I competed in a beauty pageant contest last year. My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was dealing with that. I managed to get up on stage in front of 4 million people, and I managed to win Miss Congeniality. For me, that was, you know, it wasn't for anyone else.
That's been really hard with your mother going through.
And, you know, It's really, really difficult, but I do it for the people I love, and I do it for myself because I know I have that passion.
She's good now? She's getting better?
Yeah, she's all right.
So let's have a look at this dish. It's a blueberry rice pudding.
Yes.
With a violet dust.
Yes.
We talk a lot about how food looks, and this is, I think, probably the first dish that looks like it's come out of a proper European Michelin-starred restaurant, and that's fantastic.
So you've got little shortbreads.
Yes.
And what's this?
This is the violet powder, crystallized violets.
Yep.
That I've candied myself.
Are you pulling my leg?
No, no, certainly not.
Listen, what I'm imagining in Sydney is these 50 great people that are passionate, that are driven. They'll be sweating, they'll be crying, they'll be laughing. Are you able to tick all those?
Yes, 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 yes.
You're in it for me.
Yep, you're in it for me.
Yep, for me as well, then.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm gonna go. Thank you.
G'day, guys.
Good afternoon, how are you? So what are you cooking for us today?
Today, I'm doing an aglio olio with pancetta, rughetta, cherry tomatoes, and finished off with some grana padano on top.
Why do you want to do this? What's MasterChef Australia going to do for you?
MasterChef, for me, is going to enable me to introduce food into my wine store. That's my whole ambition in life, is to do that.
And you see yourself doing the cooking?
Yeah, I can.
Who's going to run the wine business?
Well, I've spoken with my wife. She's actually, we've actually got the similar passions. Similar passions. We cook a lot together.
You sound like you're a team. Is she fully supportive of you?
She is, yes.
It's smelling very good, I've got to say, even over here.
I'd be happy in a little cafe eating that. No problem at all.
Thank you.
I'm just, you know, the wife, husband team, you know, it's, I'm not sure. Who really is the cook? Is she here today, by the way?
She is, yeah.
She is? Go and get her, go on, bring her in. What do you reckon? You reckon he's the cook or you reckon she's the cook? But it's him, he's the one that stuck his hand up in the air and said, oh, I want to do this.
And will he be as good a cook without his wife around?
Guys, this is my wife, Tamara.
Tamara, nice to meet you.
You too, nice to meet you.
We're just trying to figure, maybe it's just my suspicious mind. It's a very, very simple dish. The two of you love to cook and to, you know, all the rest of it.
We do. I know that food's always been his passion and it's actually both our passion, but at the end of the day, he's doing it for us, and if he was to succeed, maybe our dreams will come true.
Tamara, do you want to just come over here so we can ask? There's nowhere to hide with a dish as simple as that. There's also a real shortage of properly cooked pasta, and that spaghetti alla carbonara is impeccably cooked. Well, I reckon it's a yes from me.
I like the idea of it. I'm just not sure in terms of the depth of knowledge there, and also the, you know, your resilience and strength away from the family. But I like it, so it's a yes. It's a yes from me.
It's a yes from me.
Tamara, I think you should probably do the honours.
Don't forget, over 7,000 people applied for this. 50 of you going through to Sydney.
Congratulations.